police running all in and out the building. What the hell is going on?
What up, Lo?
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? What is good, fam? That is right. We are in the building. Shout out to everybody out there in the YouTube world. Shout out to everybody in the Raider Nation. That is right. We are in the building once again. What's good, fam? You guys know how it is. You guys know how I get down. You guys know I tell you guys every single time, when you subscribe, click that notification bell. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you check it. Make sure you got that notification bell going, because I go live at random. I don't even let y'all know, look, I'm about to go live in about 5 hours. Nah, look, I just pull up. Y'all pull up. We talk this stuff, and tonight we just gonna keep it real casual. We gonna keep it real smooth around here. I got a couple of people that that I invited. You know what I'm saying? They pull up. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna have a good time tonight. I do not plan to be out here too long, but hey, we'll see how things go. We'll see how, you know what I'm saying, the conversation is moving and grooving, and we'll see what we make out of it. But you guys know, every time I go live, I gotta give y'all the Raider Twuan brown cracker salute. Hey, y'all put the brown crackers in the chat for all my real ones. For all my real ones, go ahead and put a brown cracker in the chat. That is right. We are here. We are live. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to pull up, see how everybody was doing, do a little checkup on the nation. You know what I'm saying? Here for y'all. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all talk to me and I talk back to y'all. That's how it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? For y'all that are in here, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. There's a few things I still gotta pull up, you know what I'm saying? Just because, hey, look, I'm a rookie. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make it do what it do. Again, I always put this out here. If you guys need prayer for you or your family members, you know what I'm saying, hit me up on IG at Twuan, TWUAN, TWUAN. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you tell me, whatever your business is between me, you, and the Lord. I'm not going to put your business out there on the streets. I'm not going to put your business out there on TMZ. I'm not going to sell it to the newspaper. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about me telling your baby mama. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know in my DM, you know what I'm saying, what you need prayer for. Whether it's, hey, I need prayer for a new job. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I need prayer for, you know what I'm saying, my kids are stressing me out. You know what I'm saying? School's about to start, right? You might want some special prayer for your kids and that they do well in school. You know, prayer for somebody might be sick in your family, you know what I'm saying? And you want special prayer for, you know, for your loved one. You know what I'm saying? I am here for all of that. I actually do have concern for everybody in the nation. You know what I'm saying? So if you reach out to me and you are in need of prayer, You know what I'm saying? Don't think I'm trying to play this. Don't think I'm, you know what I'm saying, this is a scheme. This is no scheme. I'm very serious about, you know what I'm saying, like what it says under my name, you know what I'm saying, being the chaplain of the nation. So definitely, if you need prayer for you or your family member, you know what I'm saying, let me know. Let me know. And I'll do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Also, be an organ donor. You know what I'm saying? Be an organ donor. I say that all the time. It means a lot to me that you guys be an organ donor. Here at Raider Twuan. We are advocates for those being an organ donor. Everybody being an organ donor. I also say this to have you think about it. You know what I'm saying? When it is your last day, you know what I'm saying, when it is your last breath, when you die. We don't like talking about it, but we do have to talk about it, you guys. You know what I'm saying? When you die, you know what I'm saying, your organs go in a box or they get burned. You know what I'm saying? So why not share that with somebody? And I can almost probably guarantee you that there's somebody connected to you in your bloodline that needs that probably needs your assistance in that. So definitely, I encourage you to be an organ donor, and the information to be an organ donor is always in the link of my description in the video. And then also, if you are live in our chat, you can always put exclamation point DON in the chat, and that'll give you the link to sign up to be a donor. An organ donor when you die. Now, if you want to be a living donor, I also have that information, and that is in the link of the description. That is in the link of the description. And I think Nightbot is already doing his thing. Yes, sir. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Hey, I came in. I wanted y'all to y'all talk to me, and I talked back to y'all today. You know what I'm saying? I like I said, I'm not going to be on here too long. You know what I'm saying? I won't be as long as it allows. But I wanted to tap in just a little bit earlier today. If you guys have not checked it out, earlier today I went live with SC with the from the Eric from SC Experience. I always call him SC. You guys know what I'm talking about. But Eric from the SC Experience, me and him went live, and we're going to be doing some partnerships. You know what I'm saying, in the future. So we are actually and I'm plugging it now. You know, we are actually looking for names for when we go live. You know, title, name, like a little posse group or whatever you guys want to call it. So if you guys have some creative names, you know what I'm saying, definitely for me, if you want to submit them to me, you can send them to me or Eric. But submit it to me on my IG, so I can, you know, see it and kind of take it in, and you know, if it works, we might use it. You know what I'm saying? So definitely put your creative, you know, thinking caps on. We really want to get the chat, you know what I'm saying, involved in the process. So please, you know what I'm saying, if something rings a bell, you know what I'm saying, maybe I'm just gonna give y'all a hint, maybe something with the, you know what I'm saying, brown cracker. But yeah, definitely send your names to me on IG. Don't put it in the chat. That'll be a little too hard for me. But yeah, if you have a little name for me and the SC Experience, definitely let me know in on IG. On IG. Yep, it's about that time, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Cause I do this every time. Doom, 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 doom. I do this every time, but now I can't find it. Do do do. Now I got it. Hey, don't I sound like the Schoolhouse Rock? Now I found it. Do do do. Raider roll call. That is right. We do Raider roll call every time we go live. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the chat. We want to give blessings. We want to salute. And, you know, we always want to ask what's good. You know what I'm saying? So let's see who the first person in the chat is. You know what I'm saying? Let's see who numero uno is in the chat today. Shout out to Ray Love. That's right. Ray Love is the first chatter. You know what I'm saying? Blessings to you. Hope all is well, man. I hope all is well with you, man. Thanks for always, you know, showing up, showing some love to Raider Twuan, man. Raider Nation Jason, man, good to see you. Jason, are you a part of the N1 network chat? Please let me know if you're still in the chat. But good to see you, bro. Auntie Six, good to see you, man. Hope all is well, man. I really do, man. Good to see you, man. Haven't seen you on a live in a minute, though. Haven't seen you on a live in a minute. I know you. I know you be doing things, and I be doing things, so we might be crossing paths. But hey, it's good to see you, man. Of course, Nightbot is in here, you know, doing this thing, and actually, yeah, as I'm plugging that, somebody did it. Yep, Ray Love did it. So even on if you are looking for my IG, you know what I'm saying, and you want prayer, that's also how you can do it in the chat. You can put exclamation point just like Ray Love did. Put exclamation point pray, and then it should give you this, and that will give you the IG for me. And then also, like I said, if you want to submit a name, a group name title, go ahead and send it to me on that link. Purple and gold, you know what I'm saying? Look, the next best thing to silver and black is purple and gold. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you, man. Hope all is well. And also purple and gold, stay tuned, because when the Lakers go live, you know what I'm saying, and really when the Bullets really start flying for the Lakers, stay tuned, because I'm also going to be doing, I might be doing a couple of, you know what I'm saying, game recaps and all of that stuff. For them. So definitely stay tuned, and please, if you have not subscribed to the channel. Cool Cap, $2. Hope all is well with you, man. Hope all is well with you. Salute. My man D Menace. D Menace is not only my mod, ladies and gentlemen. He is also, ladies and gentlemen, he is the top chatter of Raider Twuan. You know what I'm saying? I just looked that up a couple of minutes ago, and he is the top chatter. So salute to D Menace for being active in the chat, doing his thing. You know what I'm saying, for the channel, and all that you do for the channel. Thank you. Milka Beezy, like cereal. That's what it used to be, but he's Milka Beezy. Blessings to you, man. I hope all is well with you, man. Thanks for pulling up. Thanks for coming in. Coming in. Raider Chaos, good to see you, man. I hope all is well with you, man. Good to see you, man. Praying, continue to pray for you, man. Hey, if you can, give me an update. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what's going on. Loon, Raiders allegiance, ladies and gentlemen. The man, the myth, and the legend. You know what I'm saying? Raiders allegiance is in the building. Hope to see you, man. Hey, check the N1 chat, bro. For my regulars,
Hey, boo.
You already know, Shout out to my boo. I gotta tell y'all the inside joke because y'all probably like, ooh, that's nasty. Nah. Shout out to Mike G. Good to see you, man. Is you at work? Is you at work? Is you at work? And I think that's it, y'all. I think that is it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know some people are still gonna be rolling in because we do it like that. You know what I'm saying? People pop in, people pop out, but we gonna keep it moving and grooving today. So Mike G, you know what I'm saying? When we first started, here's a little history, y'all. Let me give y'all a little history lesson. So when Mike G, of course, we know that Mike G, he's probably one of the most, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of hard to explain. He's like the really, like, I don't want to say he's like the most sweetest person, but he's like the most genuine person. But he's also like a big time like prankster. You know what I'm saying? Like he likes to, sometimes he be trolling. But that we know that's Mike G. You know what I'm saying? Like he likes to joke around, but he's a really, you know what I'm saying, he's a really solid guy. You know what I'm saying? And he used to, early in like my YouTube, you know what I'm saying, when I first kind of started getting into YouTube, before actually being on screen, like a full-time content creator. He used to, his name, he used to call it, what was it? It was Jenner or something like that. Maybe Mike G can pull it up, but he used, Caitlyn Jenner. His name used to be Caitlyn Jenner. So every time Caitlyn Jenner would come on to the channel, I would always, say, "Hey, boo." So now he's changed his name back to, his original. I still call it that's my boo. But I got love for Mike G, man. We've had, what I'm saying, we've had so many, what I'm saying, funny, what I'm saying, nights of lives from, what I'm saying, it from early as 9 o'clock to, what I'm saying, 3-4 in the morning, what I'm saying, just going in, jokes, Raiders, talking, what I'm saying, moving, grooving, all of that stuff, and you name it. The topics that came out, what I'm saying, of discussion. So yeah, man, that those were some funny times. So yeah, that was that. When Caitlyn Jenner came out, that was my boo. And now, yeah, that hasn't changed. That's Mike G is my boo. And when I do see him, I will give him, saying I will give him a hug, because I do got love for the great person he is. So shout out to Mike G and all the laughter and all that he does for the nation, because laughter, people, is good for the soul. You know what I'm saying? You gotta there I do it sometimes, you know what I'm saying, with all the craziness, and here we go talking about life, but hear me out. Sometimes with all the craziness and the news that we receive, you know what I'm saying, that hits our doorstep, that lands on our, lands on our desk, we sometimes you gotta laugh it off. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that you don't care. You know what I'm saying? And some look, some people don't. But um you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You got to, you know what I'm saying? You gotta laugh certain things off. You know what I'm saying? Just to be able to cope with whatever is going on in your life. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you guys have been there to where you guys were like, man, this life is going so crazy right now. I can't even think. You know what I'm saying? I can't even think on how crazy things are right now. And because things are this crazy, I just gotta like, wow, this is happening to me. Like, really? Like just how I did that. Like, is that really happening to me? Yeah, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And kind of like they talk about the duck that has the water that rolls off its back. You kind of have to, that is kind of like your coping mechanism of, laughing it off, letting it roll off. You're still gonna have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? You're still gonna have to deal with whatever is in your lap, but it kind of helps, you know what I'm saying, be able to tackle, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is that you have going on uh in your life. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. Raphael, good to see you, man. I mean, right, I'm clicking the wrong thing. Raphael, good to see you, man. I hope all is well. Hope all is well, man. Hey, you already know, boo. If you guys have not subscribed, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Quit playing with yourself, y'all. Just go ahead and subscribe. It's free. I ain't gonna charge you anything. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you on a desktop, it's probably on your right bottom. There's like a little thing that you can click there that says subscribe on probably the bottom right of your desktop or your lap or your computer. Um, Says subscribe with some arrows, like kind of going. Yeah. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe, click the notification bell. You know what I'm saying? Um, hey Loon, are you free or are you just listening, dog? Arkham, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm looking at the chat, y'all. Everybody saluting Arkham. Good to see you, man. Hope all is well with you, man. Got it. I I was like trying to figure out what was going on with that. Let me clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. Hey, but y'all. I'm trying to find it. I yeah, I think somebody just pulled up. Give me. let me get them in here first. Look at I'm all over the place, but it's all good. We are here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm so excited, man. I'm happy that we got a special guest in the building, you know what I'm saying? Presidential, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who is a top shelf, you know what I'm saying? A top shelf type of fellow, you know what I'm saying? He keeps it real crispy. He keeps it real lubricated around here. Ladies and gentlemen, yo man and my man Gravy.
Thank you for the intro, my man. How you
Hey,
doing?
what's good with you, man? I'm over here trying to find this guy on IG. But yeah, hey, what's going on with you, man? I hope your day was well.
Yeah, messing with some. You know how my days go, man. I always tell you, messing with these badass kids at work and tire you out. You know what I mean?
Hey, I feel you,
But
dog.
most of them are good. But
You know,
excited, got your invite, and I said, gotta support my guy, so I'm gonna be with you.
yeah, man. I just like, man, let's go ahead and kick it in and chill for a little bit. I know my brother
Yes,
wasn't
sir.
he said he wasn't gonna be, going today. So I was like, well, let me just go in and see what's going on since uh with everybody out in the nation. But yeah, man, you said you working with these kids, man. I look, I that you know me. I work in, I that's kind of the same kind
Yeah.
of field I'm in. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, as much as sometimes you want to pull your hair out and it stresses you out at times, it it it's worth it in the long run, man. These kids they need it. You know what I'm saying? They need it. Because they may not be getting it. You know what I'm saying? Uh they may not be getting it at home. Just to be honest with you.
All jokes aside, Twine. I do everything I can to make them better people.
Yeah,
You know, so that's it's all jokes aside, but they the the kids nowadays are way different than the ones than we were than I was. They're so into this technology stage in life that I took like you know 3 phones away from second, third graders looking at social media. You're not supposed to
yeah,
have phones outside, and it happens through the grades on up. So it's just it's weird to me. They're getting all this information at a young age, and it's just mind-boggling. Salute, Dark Raider.
yeah.
But I do my best.
And you know what, Gravy. I think it comes with, and I think it comes with the culture too. Because think about it. They were in the pandemic where
Mm,
most of these parents were like, look, entertain yourself. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
So even if they weren't stuck on their phones before that, because again, obviously their phones were addicting before. Not saying phones are a new invention. It's always been something addicting, but the pandemic made it even more of a reason for them to be really stuck on their phone. And now, you know, coming back, trying to really get back to normal, you know, we're asking for them to break away from their phone. You know what I'm saying? And it might be a little tougher than, you know what I'm saying, because now we thought the phones were stuck to their hands before the pandemic. It's even
Yeah,
stuck more to their phone, stuck more to their hand now.
and it's weird to see a young fella or a baby that was in kindergarten, and you don't see them. They weren't in school, and I couldn't go to work, but it's weird to see them that they come back as a third grader. Because this is they're having lunch. They take their recess or whatever in a gated little area, and which kindergarten they separate the from a lot of people, and I never wanted to do kindergartners because believe you me, kindergartners are worse than sixth graders. They're way worse. I'm not saying bad, but all they want to do is play and
Yeah.
they tattletale on everything. You know what I mean?
Mm,
But then when you see them again, they're third graders, and then after during the pandemic, and it's real strange that they didn't even know what the cafeteria was, bro. They didn't know what the jungle gym was. They used to look at it like, I wish I could get in that. And then they go, and then they get to playing, and they're just standing around looking, wow, I'm in this big old area. Go out there and play, man. Go out there, football, run around a little bit. And then now they got it. Now they're sixth graders, and
mm.
then they're tough to handle now because, but
It
it's
and
just
even with
the way
even
what that pandemic did to the young generation is deep. And
yeah,
then as they grow older and older and older, we're gonna see that the effect that it did for not being in school and not always being at home and doing crazy things and experimenting than being outside, going to school and things like that. It's gonna catch up to them.
and it sucks because like you said, just
Yeah.
factor that in. They were third graders when they first started,
They
and
were
then when they came,
kindergartners.
well, they were kindergartners, and then you said they became
The next time I seen them was third grade,
third grade.
and then the pandemic has been gone for what 3 years, two
Yeah,
years. So they're like some of them are fifth graders, trying to
yeah,
be eighth graders, or there's just they think they know so much, and now
yeah,
you don't, bro. You got a whole world outside. You, everything ain't the news, but
yeah,
yeah, it's just
yeah.
it damage. Not just in Texas, but in others around the world, probably
It
around the
it
you know.
it
Go ahead.
really has, you know what I'm saying, done that gap, and I'll say it like
Mhm,
that gap really has messed up some of the development of
mhm,
our children. And I think we're, even though we're, like I said, we're kind of in a place where we're kind of, I don't want to say we're out of it, because I've heard other reports of some other stuff, but I'm not going to dive into it too deep. um
mhm,
but you know even though we're somewhat out of it, it's like I think we're still going to have some of those residuals, and they're all is all going to trigger back to this time. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because eventually those third graders, or wherever, whatever grade they are right now, they're going to end up being adults, and that lack of development, you know what I'm saying, is going to roll into them being adults, and then them
mhm.
making adult decisions because they're of age now, you know what I'm saying,
Be
at that
tough for 'em.
time. And it might not be pretty. I'll just say it like
Yeah,
that. Kind of like like they were talking about, like, you the baby boomers, and whatever, like there was an effect on that type of
yeah.
group or whatever. I think it's going to be the same thing, even though it was just 3 years, you know what I'm saying, or however long that specific gap is. It that still is going to, we're gonna see that affect us later on in life.
I do believe that, Twin.
Yeah.
And then to get like personal with it is my son was supposed to graduate during that. He didn't get to walk with his class, get that feeling. His baseball season was canceled, the football season was canceled. It was just his glory day to being a senior in high school, as far as like graduating and doing it. You watched it on TV. They showed a
Yeah.
picture of him on TV, like a highlight film or whatever, and That's all he got out of it. No prom, no, no formal, no nothing. So I don't know how that will affect somebody, but they could say I never got it. I never went to prom.
Yeah.
I never got to graduate. They mailed his diploma. Or we had to go pick it up or something, I guess. But it was alphabetical order, one at a time. Got to wear a hazmat suit when you got it and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That part
But I feel
is
bad for him for that. Yeah.
and it wasn't even like based on like, yeah, I understand if you didn't have, good grades and you didn't walk the stage, but some of these kids were, what I'm saying, they worked hard, what I'm saying,
Yeah.
to for that, you know, to happen to them, what I'm saying, and not be able to experience that is, yeah. So those things, like, people don't think about that, what I'm saying? Like, people don't realize how that affects, what I'm saying, how that affects people's lives, what I'm saying, just not having that, what I'm saying, experience, so the prom, the graduation, what I'm saying, like,
The
yeah,
party after the prom, the party after
all of that,
graduation.
what I'm
You,
saying,
you get none of that.
all the multiple, like because I remember when I graduated, man, like I was like, I felt like, I didn't want to say I was a celebrity, but what I'm saying, I felt like I was a celebrity because every weekend, what I'm saying, I had multiple parties, what I'm saying, to go to. I could have left one party and went to another one, and what I'm saying, like I was party, bar hopping, not bar hopping, but bar hopping for a
Shit.
teenager, what I'm saying, from all these parties, because everybody was having a, hey, come over, we got a function, come over, we got a graduation. Oh, what I'm saying, they got the tacos over here. Oh, we got the, what I'm saying, barbecue over here. We got the everything. So all of that was gone. And they didn't experience that.
Ditch parties, no ditch parties, no
Yeah,
this,
no,
that,
no,
or
no senior trip. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
No, like you said, senior ditch day. You know what I'm saying? All of those
Mm-hmm.
things are, we take those things for granted. We take those things for, what I'm saying, for whatever. But all of that builds of our process. Like I think about speaking of Michael, I think about Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson talks about how, what I'm saying, like psychologically, a lot of the things that kind of messed him up was because he didn't have a childhood. You know what I'm saying? His dad was always making him,
They
you know
blamed
what
a
I'm
lot of
saying,
that on his father.
dancing, yeah, dance in front of a microphone. You know what I'm saying? At a very young age, he was a public figure. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have those moments of playing in the park and, you know what I'm saying, uh having, like I said, having a childhood. You know what I'm saying? So we take a lot for granted. And that's why I know for me, I've been posting a lot of videos and just saying, hey, count your blessings, yo. Like, you don't even realize, like, even with as crazy as your life may be going right now, there's still some good things, you know what I'm saying, that are going on in your life. You know what I'm saying? So that that's kind of why I've been on that vibe, you know what I'm saying, just in general.
Romero's on that Rick James shit right there. You see it? No, that was Eddie Murphy, wasn't it? Was it Eddie Murphy on Party All the Time? Party on it. Remember that jam, Twine?
Yeah. Yeah, Rick James was actually I think he was the one that, like, wrote the song or something like that, or he was a
The
part of
song
the
for him,
process.
yeah.
Yeah.
Was that when he was
Yeah.
with Philip Bailey? He was with Philip Bailey too, right? Party All the Time, or is it? No, that was just Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the music video on my head right now. that's that's
Me
that's
too. wearing all that leather. I remember when Delirious came out the first time, the first
Shout out to
Eddie
Jay.
Murphy. It was in the movie theaters when it came out.
Yeah.
When Eddie Murphy, it was funny and shit. So what's up on the Raider front, brother? I haven't talked Raiders all day today, man. Talked to Low earlier about it, but
Man, what
Low show will be back. Me and Low on Thursday nights will be back. He just got some things to take care of. He's all right and everything. He's just chilling, right now.
that's good.
Sometimes you got to take a little mini break, you know,
Yeah.
get everything right. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah. I said the same thing. You know what I'm saying, when for my birthday, you know what I'm saying? I was like, look, I know this Raider YouTube is demanding, you know what I'm saying, and it's going to be demanding, especially when bullets really start flying. So I was like, man, I'm definitely going to take my birthday off. I'm not even going to touch, you know what I'm saying, YouTube for Raider content at all, you know what I'm saying, on my birthday. You know what I'm saying? And I did that just for, again, like you said, we need that break. What do you want? There's a whole bunch, man. There's a whole bunch to talk about when it comes to the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? We got the Cowboys coming up. We got, you know what I'm saying, all the of course the fiasco of JJ. You know what I'm saying, and reports here, no reports there, reports here, no reports there. Ziegler had his press conference with Champ Kelly, which I thought was there was some interesting stuff there, because he said something, and I don't think, well, he caught himself, but I I believe there was a reason why he caught himself when he said it. But yeah, it's interesting to
I've
see.
asked this question before, and I wanted to bring it up in my show, but I'll say it on yours. That
Uh-huh.
Champ's name is not mentioned at all about this draft, about who we're signing.
Uh-huh.
But what we need to know is that Champ is really the personnel guy, the physical personnel guy,
Mm-hmm.
and Ziegler is the business guy, the contract guy.
Contract.
And so that's I don't know why that's why they have two of them. Maybe Champ needs to get a little bit more educated about that. But Champ, a big influence on the way this team is being built right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've heard his name in waters, with Chicago about, defensive players, bringing in guys, checking them out, and then they blossom into, they need a little bit of work, but, we get the coaches to coach them up, and then this is what happens. So, we see that happening right now, Twan. We see before our eyes, offensive linemen that are free agents coming up, just minor footwork issues,
Mm-hmm.
minor hand placement issues, and then the offensive line coach we got is a disciple from one of the best offensive lineman coaches ever, and he can teach these guys to take care of that, and they're going to be, physically and mentally they're there, but they just need a little tweak, and Champ sees that. So they run off each other, and I hope it stays that way. I hope it stays that way, for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually Champ is going to get his own gig,
Mm-hmm.
but he's gonna be a good
And
GM for somebody.
I think that is the process. I think what
Mhm.
was eventually going to happen is, you know what I'm saying, Ziegler might even take off, and then Champ Kelly might be, you know what I'm saying, the next guy to be our, to
Mhm.
be our GM. That can be also a possibility. But Champ Kelly, I was high on Champ Kelly because he was one of the guys for the Bears personnel. And um, if you look at, what I'm saying, the Bears, the personnel that they brought in for the Bears, I I I knew he knew about players, you know what I'm saying, and that I knew was going to bode well. And I think, like you said, Ziegler is taking care of the money situation, because even in the press conference, they were talking, and you could tell when Champ was talking about players specifically, he had a little more detail. I'll just say it like that. It seemed like he knew a little more about the players than Ziegler. Not saying Ziegler don't know anything. You know what I'm saying? Ziegler knows his stuff too, but you could tell that there was something, you know what I'm saying, that he knew a little more. Whether he like you said, he's been working and he's been looking at these guys and he's been seeing these guys, and if that's how they're working things out, hey, I'm for it. You know what I'm
Perfect.
saying? Because if Champ is like, hey, Tyree Wilson, hey, just give him some time. He's a winner, and it pans out. Cool. You know what I'm saying? So I want Raider Nation to give more respect to Champ Kelly, even though his name is not out there. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people, when we start talking about GM, we always say Ziegler, but there Champ Kelly is also stirring the drink too. You know what I'm saying? And
We have
and
two. We have two
yeah,
GM. Yeah,
and whatever system they're using, it obviously it
it's
is
working.
is coming together. You know what I'm saying? So
Not together now. It's coming
yeah,
together now, but let's see if it works when it counts. You know what I mean?
exactly,
That's
exactly.
that's one thing. That's one thing that I see happening, and I wish other people would see that. But I'm trying to push. Hey, just hold up. Wait a minute. You know what I mean?
Mm,
It's pump up brakes a little bit. Not stop all the way. You can still be. You know, you can still be pissed off that somebody's still there, or we're looking at a preseason game when everything comes together. And when I've coached Twuan, is that you go off of those 4 or 5 days of practice. Is this guy getting better? And
mm,
then the result is the game or the preseason game. So what we're going to be looking at here is a lot of the guys that are iffy. Some second string guys might play. We don't know
mm,
what we don't know. Usually, what I was told by one of my buddies that played in the NFL is that coaches, they talk to each other and they say, "Hey, you're not going to trick me by playing all starters on this game, and I'm going to have my B team out there,
mm,
and get my guys hurt or make them look stupid because their mental toughness in the game is going to be affected, and that could be long term. That could last long term. If you're a rookie free agent and you're covering Devontae Adams, what do you think he's going to do to you? Devontae Adams ain't going to play soft on you. You know
yeah,
what I mean? He needs to get his work in, or if he doesn't go full blast, he's going to get hurt. That's the way it is. You got to go hard, or you're going to get hurt. Somebody's going to gun out for you. So the way I see it is that those 4 or 5 days of practice, that's what really the coaches are looking at. And
mm,
then the result of what they expect from you is the preseason game.
yeah,
But that's all we see. That's all we see. And that's our guide that we can say he got to go or he has to stay.
yeah,
I'll bring up certain names like, Palomalu. Maybe he got that pick in the preseason game, but maybe he got like 4 or 5 of them at practice.
mm,
You know what I mean? That to me is more important than just one in a game. That one might count in a preseason game because we see it, but he might already be on the squad.
mm,
You know what I mean? It's just I knew he was bound to get one. He was bound to get one on TV. So it just we need to realize that there's other stuff going on besides the game. Now the game I understand is a real game. I understand that's the result. But preseason, these guys are iffy that we're gonna see against Dallas. So we gotta have our minds open and really concentrate. Is this guy doing good? Is he gonna make it? Is he not? So
Yeah. And
that's
I,
the
and
way
I,
I'm.
and no, and I agree with you, and I think that's a lot of the reason, and we're still like, again, we're content creators, so
Yeah.
we gonna take our best stab at it, but that's why we
Mhm.
always are wrong when it comes to our 53. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, because we don't see, you know what I'm saying, what's at practice. You know what I'm saying? And like you
Mhm.
said, a lot of that, there's players that might be balling, you know what I'm saying, balling out at practice, or they see, oh, this person might really take off on us. You know what I'm saying? But we haven't seen it on game day yet. You know what I'm saying? They're doing real well at
Mhm.
practice, and it looks like they have that, you know what I'm saying? Like they have that one more thing that might take them over the top. You know what I'm saying? But we haven't seen that. We haven't seen that as fans on TV. So we're like, oh, that person got to go. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
there's going to be certain people that we might be like, why is this? Well, there's 3 people that I want out, but as I
but
digress.
this is just like with me. I knew you were gonna say that. It's just like with me, is that Teamer might not get into the game.
Yeah.
Teamer might, we just say, oh, he's good in special teams, but uh, Teamer is one of the best safeties in practice. But they know physically
Mm.
that he can't be a Morig or an Epps. He can't get there fast enough, or he has that God given talent that they got, but his is just a little bit. His window's just a little bit way smaller than them. But in practice, he makes things happen. So that's why he sticks around. That's why he's all he makes good plays, and he might do some dumb shit. But we have it embedded in our mind. Teamer sucks. If Teamer's in there, we lost the game. Keisha Cole's in there, we lost the game.
Oh, hey,
But he hasn't dropped the
we
ball.
definitely losing the
But
game.
he hasn't dropped the ball yet.
No,
What's up with
I'm just
that?
playing. I was playing.
I didn't know it. Do it. I talked to you late night, and you
Uh,
never liked that dude. So he might mess up, but he hasn't dropped anything in
hey,
preseason.
hey,
He might be dropping it. He might be dropping every damn ball in practice, but he catches them in the preseason game to make himself look good. And I think he knows that you want him. He's doing it just to get you upset, so everybody can see it.
you
See,
know what,
Twine don't know what he's talking about.
I'm very convinced that Keisha Cole watches Raider Twuan. I'm
Yeah.
very convinced that he watches Raider Twuan, because there's no excuse. Hey, look, he got me over here kind of like, you might, because like, and I agree with you. I'm not going to lie. He's been playing well. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he was doing this last season for us, like, you know what I'm saying, and not acting like he was lightweight scared, and that's how I took it. But as I digress, he's playing better, and
So
it
who's the
might,
first guy on the
and it
cut list on your board? Who's the cut you would do on
for
your board?
wide receivers.
We know who that. We know who that is. I don't. It's gonna
Uh,
go from number one wide receivers to the number one first one gone. Pink slip in his locker room right after the game's over. Is gonna be Keisha Cole.
you gotta go though.
Somebody else is gonna be wearing that number 84, bro.
You know what? And
But I don't
even
think so. I don't think so. He's
really,
gonna stick around.
okay. So I even with him playing well, I just feel like there's more people in the room that it makes it tough for him. and that's why it for me. I'm at a point with him where it's not like a clear get rid of him. And I'm being very honest with you. I'm not saying it's a clear get rid of him, but I do see him being one that will be gone.
So you think he's on a bubble or out?
No, I think he's on the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
I really do.
Compared to who? Cam.
I think Cam is on the
Wilkerson
bubble
or
too. The locks for me are DA, Renfro, Myers, Tucker, and Carter.
so you don't
Now
have Dorsett in there.
that last spot can either be Dorsett, it can be Cam Sims, it can be Keisha Cole, it can be Wilkerson.
I think Dorsett makes the team.
And if that's the case, then Keisha's out.
What is that, 6?
That's 6.
Well, what we can do?
I mean, they can still they can add 7, but that means you're taking away from somewhere else.
Well, what we can do is that special teams is part of the 53, and we can put Carter as a kick returner and add another receiver, which will probably be Cole. Oh, or just by height and how big he is, maybe Cam. But what I boiled it down to was Cam Sims, Wilkerson, and Cole. I had Dorsett already in there, and Carter.
And I had I said Sims just because of the variety of our wide receivers, because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, outside of Devontae Adams, you know what I'm saying, I felt like we needed a bigger receiver. To have Tucker, DeAndre Carter, Renfro to me is a small wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? To have those guys, that's 3 wide receivers already in that start. That's like half of our wide receiver room that's on the shorter side. So I was really thinking about, okay, let's have Cam Sims because he's a bigger body. You know what I'm saying? We might be able to use him in certain situations, jump ball in the red zone, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So that last spot, I don't think it's a clear cut, because I can't even say Wilkerson is clearly out.
He's been in a ton of reps. Wilkerson has been in a ton of. They're taking a really good look at that dude, and that's what tells me. That's what both of them. That's what tells me. You don't really see Cam in there that much, and to keep a guy, it just, Edwards really messed up that big jump over the ball end zone, corner of the end zone thing for me, because I liked Edwards and he let me down. He was better in college than what he is now. I don't even know if he's on a squad anywhere, but it's just the big wide receivers, unless you're not super fast, like Chad Johnson or some, anybody like that can stretch the field out, just not the end zone on jump balls. You got to do something extra besides just doing that. Yes, it's if he gets it, he scores a touchdown. But what about, the defense is going to know if you're in the end zone. Plus, you got another defender as a sideline. So it's just, it's really on 11 on 12 when you hit the red zone. So
yeah,
I don't see that asset being that much of a deal than Wilkerson or Coles to me. Even though he's big, those guys could jump too. All those guys could jump.
I've seen it so much in the red zone. They get to the red zone, and it's like everybody in the freaking stadium knows It's a fade. You know what I'm saying? Jump ball fade to the corner. Because I forgot who did it. I think it was the Chargers. I think they did it like 3 times one game. Like
Well, they got big guys,
they had
Keenan
their like
Allen's a tall guy.
6'6" or something like that guy.
Yeah.
They trotted him out there, and they tried it 3 times, and it was just it wasn't even like a run play. I don't want to say it wasn't a run play. It literally was like snap, drop, one step,
go get it. Yeah.
float. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and that's a part of the red zone. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what McDaniels wants to do. And then you also, I think I always lean towards, who has a bigger role for us on special teams, especially on those last, those last roster spots. You know what I'm saying? It could be a wide receiver, it could be a tight end, it could be, whoever. Those last spots, definitely you're playing special teams. So I think that's another reason why I feel like Cam Sims, because he was known for, when he was with I don't want to call the pork skins, he was known for his special team play too. So
that's always good to have. Good special teams. You win games, lose games on special. Big guy like that if he has long arms, he could block kicks, block field goals. He could, he could get in there and do that. Or I don't see him as a gunner type. Usually, guys that big aren't gunner types. They're more thinner, DB type guys. But I don't know how fast he is. I don't know. He got better speed than those other two. But I'm just, if you're on first down, try it to him. He might land it. But that's just one play. Otherwise, just the more high percentage plays running the ball in there.
Yeah. I wasn't even, and J Dog put it up here. That's his opinion, but I wasn't even going into preseason. I wasn't even thinking about Wilkerson, but Wilkerson seems to be, there, like you said, he's getting a lot of volume, but he's also been making some plays. He has also been making some plays.
Keisha Cole's 30 years old.
Yeah, I think
he's shining over them youngsters. That tells you something right there, bro. 84 is in. If he makes this team, Twuan, I got to get you an 84 jersey, bro.
Look,
it'll be 84. The number will be 84, but it'll say Twuan in the back. Is that cool?
Hey, I rather wear a 84 Antonio Brown jersey.
The dude didn't even play for us. He didn't even play for us.
That's funny. Hey, I know somebody that got an Antonio Brown jersey. That's the funny part.
I know a bunch of people that had an Antonio jersey. Had never seen him wear it.
Nah, but if Keisha Cole actually make the roster, I'm gonna have to figure out something I gotta do. It's something I gotta do for it. Either do like
Keisha Cole live highlight,
like a Keisha Cole live. You know what I'm saying? Just shout out Keisha Cole every 5 minutes or something like that.
The 25-second highlight film Keisha Cole has, college and pros. Bro.
I'm gonna do a short of Keisha Cole and all his kick return scares.
Dropping the ball and shit. Yeah. The way he used to stand underneath the ball and be all crazy, looking like he's buzzing or something like that. That scared me.
That was one of the main reasons why I was like, dude, why do we got this dude on kick return? Like, I know everybody was trying to get Renfro off of it, but I was like, man, give me Renfro for sure. And I still feel that way. I still, and as crazy as I am, I still believe Renfro should be doing punts because there's something special about Renfro shaking people when when he gets punt return, but he needs to be careful about getting blasted too. So that's the
Yeah, you
risk
don't
of
want
it.
to. You don't want to. That's $12 million a year, bro, right there, man. You throw. I think Carter got it.
No, no,
Carter did a wonderful job. He did a wonderful job. You know, he's bound to break one. So you
I
couldn't say that about the other guy.
I agree with you, and let me say this too, Gravy. I completely agree with you. Him and Tucker is going to change our special team return game. Those guys, both of them, like you can almost and maybe because DeAndre Carter has a little more veteran savvy to his return game, but if you literally didn't know those guys, you know what I'm saying, or their number, and you just saw like the body and them running, you would think it's the same. You know what I'm saying? The same, because their speed is they both got some wheels to them. You know what I'm saying?
It looked
And
like they're watching. They're looking
it
at their line. They're looking at the setup.
it will
Patient. They
be
look at the
scary.
setup. Yeah. And then anything, you know, the 35, 40, you got the upper hand already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what they were taking the ball consistently around the 35, 30-yard line. That's consistent. And that's good special team play. That's your playbook opens up way bigger around the 35 than you are the 25. Yeah, that 10 yards is means a whole lot to the coaches.
Hey, look,
You get a guy that could do that a couple of times a game, then because you want these dudes to punt to him. They don't want to punt to that guy if he's gonna bust one. You know what I mean? That's more work you got to do at practice.
I was scared. I was scared of Carter when he was with the Chargers, because I look. I don't just look. I don't just watch Raiders.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I watch football, and I watched a few of those Charger games and saw where what I'm saying, Carter got the ball and it looked like he was going to be taking one to the house. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And just he just showed us, even in preseason, like it doesn't take much for him to take one to the house. You know what I'm saying? Like he literally got pushed by the kicker. You know what I'm saying? And was battling his way, battling the sideline to, you know what I'm saying, because he was gone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited about our return game, because we haven't had that. Like I said, the last person that we had that was somewhat you know a name was Dwayne Harris. You know what I'm saying? And I think
Yeah,
he was kind of you know a shell of himself. You know what I'm saying? He was on the other side of the mountain. You know what I'm saying? When we got him. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I'm excited that we got some juice. You know what I'm saying, in the return game.
yeah. J Dog, they made that fair catch rule where these guys get scared and they can catch it now and do a fair catch and get it at the 25. They're just trying to make it safer. You know, those dudes are running full speed at you, and that guy barely gets a get off. That's a concussion waiting to happen, man.
To be
So
honest
that's
with you,
why they're
I
protecting them.
I wouldn't even know the difference, because it seems like they people still getting popped. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I don't see the difference of, you know what I'm saying, the tackle. You know what I'm saying? Of the rule changing to lessening the impact, because I still saw with you know what I'm saying, with the kick returns that we saw, there was some
Mhm.
people that was getting laid out. Even I think the reason why Darian Butler is out for the season was because he got blew up on a kick return. I
Yeah,
really
that's the
think
reason
that
why.
I think it was that. I think in the Rams game, because if you watch it, I hate to laugh at it, but if you watch it, you could like he was trying to go forward, but he went backwards, and he sat there for a minute. Darian Butler, you know what I'm saying? So I them changing the rule, I don't think it's gonna change much because I think the hits are still gonna be hits.
Yeah, Devin Hester was J Dog. He was world class speed. This dude
Yeah,
could be in the Olympics. He was an Olympic guy. You know what I mean? So he would run by you and you don't even know you trying to still cover your man. He'll be by
it
you that quick.
it was
So we had
also
someone like
like
that.
Devin Hester. You also have you had your like Dante Halls. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like I remember him. You know what I'm saying with the Chiefs and dude. Like I was asking. You know what I'm saying? I was asking our dudes, look, don't even kick it to him. Like that's how scary. You know what I'm saying? Like guys like them were in the return game. Like they were that nasty. So
Yeah, Deshaun Jackson. You know,
yeah,
people like that are super duper fast. Those guys are that asset to the game. You got points there, so that's why he's always the Hall of Fame guy. You know, you just see he was excelled in special teams. You know, he wasn't really a running back.
De,
Those guys deserve credit too.
DeAndre Carter said it in one of his press conferences. Well, not press conferences, but he had an interview with Eddie Pascal, and he said something to these lines where, look, all he was looking for was the right block, and he said all I gotta do is make one person miss, and then turn on the Jets. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And like it's literally that. You know what I'm saying? Like you need that. He said he needed that one key block. Then his job was to make one person miss, and then allow the natural ability, which obviously is his speed. He's all I gotta do is use my natural ability, and he said I'm gone. And that's how scary, you know what I'm saying, it is for other opposing teams. You know what I'm saying? Like all it takes is one of those players not to, you know what I'm saying, run their lane. You know what I'm saying? Or get blocked out of their lane. You know what I'm saying? Because that's
No,
also
it's not.
how
It's not, bro. Because when I was in coaching junior college, the special teams meeting will be just as long as the defensive meetings, offensive meetings, and then we would have to sit in on that because just to know the special teams and there was designed, kickoff return plays. There's designed block plays. There's field goals. They design people to go on one side, do whatever, and it's just the same game planning goes into that as
yeah,
there is defense or offense. That's why they have a coach, and some of them are good and some of them are bad. We think we don't really pay attention to that aspect of the game, but it is a part of it.
definitely. I think we missed that facet of the game. You know what I'm saying? I think that, we always talk about and I forgot I broke it down. Um I broke it down in thirds. You know what I'm saying? How, you know what I'm saying, offense is like 33%, you know what I'm saying, defense is 33%, and your special teams, you know what I'm saying, is another 33%. And you know what I'm saying, even though that's not 100, but that's close to 100, you know what I'm saying, that it really breaks down. Like it sometimes your special teams is actually what helps you win the game. You know what I'm saying? Field position, you know what I'm saying? Uh if you were in a position where you were always getting the ball, you know what I'm saying, at the 50-yard line, you know what I'm saying, because your special teams is returning, you know what I'm saying, like
I wish.
just picture that, like
Mhm.
it's the same thing with like defense. You know, if we pin them, against their own goal line, you know that you'll get the ball somewhere close to the 50. And if you get the ball somewhere close to the 50, you know it's expected that you should be getting some points out of that
Point.
situation. You know what I'm saying? Like it means a lot. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm excited, not just for this new defense, but I'm also excited for our return game.
But it leads to that. The defense puts themselves, the special teams, in a good situation to where you can return the ball for one, and have a setup to where you're weak on one side or they're weak on another side, and then you could just blast right up the middle or do whatever you want to do. Is that the more field you got, the better you are. You know that's why people get excited when you pin them back at the 2 yard line. Some teams in one play could beat that, but you make it hard on the offense and easier on the defense too if you pin them back like that.
Yeah, exactly. And I
We
agree
just
with Joel Lee on this. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That it becomes a momentum. You know what I'm saying? You
Mhm.
you can shift your momentum with the special teams play. You could be down, and your return guy, you know what I'm saying, he may not run it all the way back, but he may get close to running it back. And just that, you know what I'm saying, that adds a spark to your sideline.
Like I said, get it to the 40, 35. That offensive coordinator's jumping. Just go. Just go. Anything after that's even better. So
Yeah. So yeah, we
that's
we, we
football,
got
bro. That's
we
what they
got
have.
some dangerous guys. We just need Tucker to catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? Whether he on special teams or not, he need to catch the ball and know when. You know what I'm saying? Know when to take a knee, dog. Because he
Yeah,
messed up
I
on
think I think
that one.
I think his reception part of it is more concentration. He needs to go through his catching routine. You're
Mm,
open. Watch the ball hit your hands. Give him a target. Watch the ball hit your hands and then catch it. You can see his eyes come off it, even a little bit. You can drop that ball if you take your eyes off it a little bit. You see it happen all the times. They turn their heads. There's been a couple of deep throws that he dropped that were gonna be special, special plays, but just to his sacrifice and his diving for it, his want to, that impressed me. So, but he could get all that out. If we could get all that out in preseason, it'll show in games when it counts. He just needs to go his through progression. If he's dropping balls on crucial times during real games, then you might have to sit him down a little bit, coach him up.
yeah. And I think he's also, with him being young, I think he knows that he wants to put I think he wants to put out good tape, but he's also like, oh, I want to show everybody how fast I am. You know what I'm saying? And I think part of that, like you said, you got to secure the ball first before we get to see how great, you know what I'm saying, you can run. But I think he's like, I can't wait to show them how, I can't wait to put the Jets on for him. But it's like, you got to catch it first before you put the Jets on, player. You know what I'm saying? And I I just hope he gets it, because I don't want him to be one of those guys, saying that falls under the category that he has world class speed, but his hands are suspect. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like a lot of these, I don't want to say track guys, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, I'm not going to call him a track guy, but, the speedsters, you know what I'm saying? That seems like it is a issue with these speedsters. Like their hands are just not present. I'll just say it like that.
Maybe what I was thinking was that he's getting balls from everybody. You know what I mean? He's getting balls from
True.
Garoppolo. He's getting balls from O'Connell. He's getting balls from Hoyer. Probably Garbers too, and all of them throw the ball different.
True.
And then he's probably used to O'Connell or used to Garoppolo. Or spins different. It goes a different way, but it's just concentration. It's just focusing on what you have to do, and then it'll get there. Or some people just naturally get the ball, and tuck it in, and go. But
yeah,
to be a dropper receiver that drops passes is the worst thing that can happen to you as far as the NFL is concerned, because there's not really a lot of fourth or fifth chances once you do it especially if it's like a first down or something, and you need that first down, and then you're open, and then you just lose concentration and drop it. That's the coaches. They're gonna show you that tape in that meeting a lot, and you gotta if you become a dropper, it's gonna be people are gonna know about it.
And that's also the business too. You know what I'm saying? You have, you have, especially at wide receiver, there's a plethora of guys that can run a 4-4-3, 4-4-4. You know what I'm saying? Every especially now, it seems like everybody is at a high speed. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like if you're one of those guys that are dropping the ball, you know what I'm saying, and all of that, there's somebody that's waiting on a phone call that can run just as fast as you, that, you know what I'm saying, that probably has better hands than you. So you have to, you know what I'm saying, every opportunity you have to capitalize on those.
There's a bunch of them. They might not be as fast as you, but that they're going to catch it, and they'll do everything they can to catch it. And I think it's just minor for Tucker, but if it's long lasting, then hey, we had that problem with Ruggs. Ruggs wasn't a pass catcher unless he was wide open going deep, and some of those balls he dropped too, but he worked and got better at it to where he became successful, and then he just ended up hurting himself. But I seen the potential in him, and he was faster than anybody that we have on our team now. So, he was Tyreek Hill type fast, but we had Hill, we would have a problem. But we had Tyreek Hill, we would be discussing this deep ball throw. We'd be trying to find a quarterback that can get.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tyreek Hill and Adam, you imagine that, bro, side by side. We almost had it too. We almost could have had it with Ruggs too.
Yeah, I was about to say that. That's why I shake my head, because I'm like, dude, that would have been crazy, especially like, especially with Ruggs, because I felt like the last time we saw Ruggs, he was playing real good football. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it wasn't like he was peaking. He was still, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was still on the incline of where he could be.
He was still a baby.
Yeah, and it was just like, dude, he's already good right now. You know what I'm saying? He like at that, you know what I'm saying, the last time we saw him, he was good then, but he was going to be even better years to come and yeah, I just
Out
I
of
feel
all the
bad.
mistakes that those guys made as coaches or GMs, I think that would potentially the best one. It would have been him and Jacobs if he wouldn't have did what he did to himself. But we don't know what Ruggs that would have, you know. But from what I seen getting ready, that Kansas game blew me away when we won at Kansas City. I was just like, Jesus, what is this guy doing now? That's when he popped right there when he did that.
Mm,
And when after that he was just consistently catching the ball, getting yards after the catch and 30, 40, then
yeah.
bust one against Kansas City, have a game like that where we dropped 50 points on Kansas City. They were saying, who in the hell is this guy? And they still had Tyreek Hill. And they were going at it. We dropped 50 on them. That's the best I felt, bro. Then after that,
Yeah, yeah. Let's answer Big Tone's question. Hey, real quick, you guys. If you guys can, please go ahead and click the like button. You know what I'm saying on this video. Go ahead and like the video. If you have not, please subscribe to the channel. And then also, you guys, great gravy. He brings good content. He has a page himself. You know what I'm saying. I believe it's called Raiders Outlook. You know what I'm saying.
outsiders,
Outsiders.
outsiders.
Sorry. Raiders Outsiders. You know what I'm saying. Definitely check out Gravy. You know what I'm saying, and show him some love at his channel too.
Thank you, Twin.
So
I,
what you think of? I'll let you take you know about this information that Tone brought up.
you don't know the specifics of it, but
Yeah,
I know the Raiders said nah,
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
like
So
that.
so the
But
Dolphins.
yeah, they offered a trade, and the Raiders declined the trade
Yeah,
quickly.
yeah. But
I heard it was quickly.
so what were your thoughts on that? You got anything on that or?
I was upset
Mm,
that we need Jacobs back, and I think that as an off, we would be on a scale of one of the best if he's there. I'm not real happy with the backup. You know, he's not there, so I'm a little bit concerned with Zeus, and I'm very concerned with the rest of them. So
uh-huh.
and you know how I am, Twan. I like running the football, and if that's the case, we don't significant balling type guy like JJ was for us. JJ won us those games the year before. He took us to the playoffs with his running game, and if we don't have him there, we could. But we don't have Jacobs there in the beginning of the season. My prediction of going, 4-0, those first four games is gonna drop big time,
Yeah.
and I think we could win a lot without JJ being there
I
because just the it just dropped so far. Zamir, he has it, but and I see the want to, but maybe it's just confidence because he looks like a running back that doesn't run with a lot of confidence. He doesn't put it. I like running backs that put their shoulders down and gives punishment and then wears these defenses down. That's what Jacobs did, and he stayed on
mm,
his feet. He did spins. He kept his feet moving. It's like Zamir just gets hit and drops. exactly where he's at. Now you might go forward a little bit, might whatever, get a yard or two, but Jacobs is 15, 20 yards after the first pop. One guy ain't gonna get him down.
Mm.
And it's a business decision. Cornerbacks and safeties that want to hit Jacob, it's easy for them to hit Zamir White.
Yeah.
They don't want to go heads up with JJ. That's known. You don't want to go with this dude. You end up like that kid in Atlanta that got thrown ass back in the sideline. You got tape like that. That's what you need to do, bro. You got to take initiative. And he was proud of what he was doing. He took initiative to what he was doing. And he goes, "I'm the best running back out here. That's it." Zamir's not that way.
Yeah.
But if Miami would do something outrageous, you know, then I would think about it. Ziegler would probably think about it, but they've said he's not on a trading block.
Mm.
You can assume all you want, but for him to get traded, he needs to sign that tag either way.
Yeah. I I I I I I I agree with you, Gravy. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm on the JJ boat. You know what I'm saying, I want JJ to be here. But I that just based on the question, I just feel like the Dolphins did what they needed to do. You know what I'm saying? You're telling me the best running back of last year, you know what I'm saying, what is not settled with his team. You're telling me the best running back, the best rusher is not, you know what I'm saying, under contract with a team right now. Guess what? I'm calling out. You know what I'm saying? If I'm another organization, I'm making that phone call. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my due diligence on any player that is disgruntled with their team. You know what I'm saying? If Gravy was the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson wasn't happy over there, guess what? Hey, hey, Gravy. Hey, how much for Lamar? What how much is the doggy in the window? You know what I'm saying? And that's what the Dolphins were doing. You know what I'm saying? And even Loon said it. The Dolphins even went after JT. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan Taylor from the Colts, and they got turned down. You know what I'm saying? So the Dolphins are looking for, obviously they're looking for a running back to top off their top off that top speed offense they got over there. But that's what organizations are supposed to do.
They got very, very fast running back. Most starts a very equitable running back. The kid that's probably going to start over Mozart. He's there. He's a fast big guy. And for
But
them, they must not be doing well. But what they're not going to get faster with JJ.
but even with all of that, Gravy, you're telling me that I have a chance, I have an opportunity to get Josh Jacobs. I don't care who's in my room. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care what running back is under contract over here. You know what I'm saying? If you're telling me I can get a deal on Josh Jacobs because, you know what I'm saying, another team don't want to act right and get him under contract, then I'm gonna do my due diligence and see what I can get out of it. If it comes down to, because we've seen really good players go for cheap. So if and I'm not saying Darren Waller is on that caliber, but I'm just saying you have players that go for third rounds and fifth rounds and blah 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 blah. So if it comes down to that kind of situation, why not make that phone call and see how much it is? Now, if you outshoot me, cool. You outshoot me, and I can continue to roll with Moster and whoever else I got in the locker room. But if you're telling me I can get a shot at Josh Jacobs or Jonathan Taylor, I'm going for it.
Mm. But I'm sure that Ziegler and Champ have a certain number or draft pick or picks that they would be wowed by, but I doubt if Miami did so much shit. I think that Miami's in win mode now, win Super Bowl now mode. That's why they're getting all the guys they got, and just imagine, just if their quarterback could stay, sane, not get his head bumped around, because he's in a dangerous situation too. They should be looking for good backups back there, then instead of trying to get a running back. Truthfully, but I'm sure they got a number. I'm sure they got draft picks. But I wouldn't be making deals with these guys that are in win mode now and that are going to win 13 games because their picks are going to be low. I'll be talking if the Bears called me or Arizona called me or some some team that's going to be on picking 1 through 5, and I get two of those. You know, I'm pretty sure that Jacob's going to at least get one number one and probably another high pick. So I don't want to be picking you know 28th because we got rid of Jacob. That doesn't make any sense. Picking top 5, or it could turn into this if you have a sorry season.
So
But
J Dog,
everybody,
oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was just
No. Go ahead
reiterating
and
what you
finish.
said.
I'll jump on that.
No, I was just talking about it. You plan these out. Like if they're offering picks, then you plan them out to say where are these guys going to share? Do they have a good team?
Mm.
We're gonna be picking 32nd. I don't want to be giving up Jacobs for the 32nd pick in the first round.
Mm.
Top 5, top 6, 7, 8. Like that.
Yeah. That does play a factor in it. I think a lot of times when they do make these calls, it's more of they ask, "Hey, is the guy available?" And then they start talking about what you want from him. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like
If it even gets that far. If it
yeah,
even gets that far.
if it goes that far, you know what I'm saying. But I think Ziegler was already like, nah, we ain't.
Mhm.
For whatever reason, you know what I'm saying, that they denied it. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, hopefully they do JJ right. And I'm glad that JJ is you know what I'm saying, he's knowing his worth and getting his money. You know what I'm saying? Like try to get what you can, because they gonna try to lowball you anyway. You know what I'm saying? If I can get you for pennies, I'm gonna get you for pennies. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the NFL. You know what I'm saying? That's how they run you until they have to. You know what I'm saying? Until they're in a position where they have to um, fork out that cash.
Well, what I think about that is, Twan, is that if you're gonna pay a guy through a contract and then lowball him, then I understand why the player would have a gripe about it. But this is a collective bargained agreement amongst the players and the owners that 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 price is 10 million.
Yeah.
There's no way around that. You could try to say, hey, I want more or whatever. They did offer him more. He said no. That was highballing them. Lowballing them isn't the tag number. That's what is set. And yes, the running back position is downgraded and it's not respected and as far as pay is concerned. I believe in that.
Mm.
But and what they want to do is that those players want to be secure for the limited time that they're in the NFL, they want to be secured. So that's also something that I understand. Every player agrees with that. Owners agree with that. But if you think that you're gonna get paid all this money and then everything's gonna fall off, you're gonna fall off and you're not gonna work for it, then it's happened many times, you know. Like for instance, I bring up Ezekiel Elliott's contract, Jerry Jones paid him buku money. Okay. But what they do, what's gonna happen is we're gonna use if we pay Jacobs 15, $16 million, as far as fans or content creators, we think that that's easy. Just pay him what he wants. You know what I mean? But
Mm,
a year from now, when he's run down because he's getting paid all this money, you think an owner is gonna let a 15, $16 million guy take plays off, or he's gonna say, "What is this guy taking all this time off?" You know, practices and all this stuff when I'm paying him 15, $16 million. He's gonna hit up the coach or the GM asking that question. So what Dallas did was they used the shit out of Ezekiel Elliott, which they should have. He's getting paid
mm,
well. They're using the shit out of fucking what's his name in Tennessee, and he's breaking down. So guys like Mixon, guys like Devin Cook, Miles Sanders, they signed these little contracts to say, hey, I'm gonna produce for you. Then give me that 11 million, give me that 12 millions that Jacob
mm.
made instead of just getting it right off the bat.
Yeah,
You see
because
what I
they
mean by that a little bit?
no, I get
Yeah.
all the I get all
They're all
the
football players, bro.
yeah.
They love what they do. They just want to be secure if
Mm,
something happens. And by meaning that, you say, as a businessman, you say, okay, you want to be secure for what? So if you get hurt, or if you say you pulled this, or they're checking all their lists, man, of shit that happens. Waller got paid. He has a pulled hamstring, but he's over here making videos. You know what I mean?
mm,
What's up with that? You learn from the first time. You learn from the Dallas situation. You learn from McCaffrey. You know, nobody knew that McCaffrey was injury prone until he signed that contract.
yeah. Well, I you also got to with McCaffrey situation, you also have to factor in how many times they was giving him the ball. You know what I'm saying? And just like, dang, like the tread on his
You making
tires.
all
Not
that money, bro. You making all that money.
yeah,
We're gonna get you the ball.
true, true, true,
Yeah.
true. And Big Tone, I kind of lightweight agree with you. Like that might be the possibility of the you know what I'm saying,
That's it.
JJ be the Kirk Cousins of the running backs, you know what I'm saying, in the sense of, you know what I'm saying, him always getting tagged. Because that if what happens if he plays the tag this year, you know what I'm saying, are they going to try to give, and Josh Jacobs is like, dude, give me the bag. Like, get like I played on the franchise tag. Like, I want the bag. You know what I'm saying? And they
But
they
what if he
might
doesn't
they
get
might double down
1,600
and
yards?
tag him again.
What if what if he gets a typical 1,000, 1,100 yards? Is he worth 15, $16 million?
I mean, ain't that what that's what you want out of your bell cow, right? You want them to, well, not bell cow, but your feature back. You want them to be, you know what I'm saying, 1,000, right?
There's some stiff on that as far as what I'm concerned, Twuan.
Okay.
It's easy to get 1,000 yards in the NFL now. A lot of players do it. The bad ones don't get it, and then there's good ones out there that get 1,000 yards.
Mm,
And but if you get 1,600, that's you're putting in some work.
Mm-hmm.
And I never said that JJ deserves that. I just said take what the league thinks that you are. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody that was with you on this change the pay scale of running backs already crossed the line. And
Yeah.
some even did it cheaper. So making a stand is not working anymore. You know, the tag is what it is. And maybe it might get higher next year. Maybe it might be 12. But I can guarantee you the Raiders are going to say, hey, you're worth 12 now.
Yeah.
We gave you, we got, and then 1,600 yards rushing is amazing, and it doesn't happen a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
there's people that get close to 2,000 and then they end up getting paid. But do they ever reach it again? So, and then you could go through Super Bowls. You could look at Super Bowl traditions that there's never been a high powered running game, bell cow, so called running back
Mm-hmm.
that that's ever been in a Super Bowl. There's been a bunch of them that barely hit 1,000, that barely get 1,000. All the 4 years, the 4 years that Jacob was in before he had this monster season, he was 1,000-yard rusher. Maybe got 1,100 something. The first year he got like 800, 1,600 yards, and basically didn't even run the ball 4 games or 3 games at a 17-yard. And then what makes the running back situation it's easy to get 1,000 yards is that they add an extra game.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
got to average around 60. You got to average around 60 yards a game, and to get 1,000 yards. Does that mean you're good, or is it you're just an average running back?
I mean, and I also, I you factor in like that was the baseline of, what I'm saying. I remember in back in, I don't want to say back in the day, but a couple of years, back, that was the baseline. Like we all, when we all looked at running backs, we always were like, okay, did they get how many years did they hit the 1K mark? You know what I'm saying? Because the 1K mark was like, okay, that running back was active. That running back was doing his job. You know what I'm saying? Because again, 1K. Um, Again, I just felt like that was the benchmark. You know what I'm saying? And you look
There's a
at
bunch of running backs out there, Twan. If you take a look, there's a bunch of running backs that got 1,000 yards that you don't even know their names that play on
mm,
teams. You know, some of them are backups that got 980 yards. 890 yards. That's a pretty good damn season. But at
yeah,
17 games, that's like 40 yards a game. Which what do we think? Break it down by a game. It's not real productive game.
yeah,
And how many carries he got the ball. No wonder he had 60. You carry the ball 340 times, Twan. That's a big workload, bro. That's big workload. I guarantee you, we pay him, that's going to drop significantly. They're going to use him, but they're going to use him wisely. And he might get upset with that. He just was giving him the advice. I'm not saying that I'm anybody to do that, but if
yeah,
you get paid, I know as far if you got a 1,600-yard running back, you're going to use him again and again and
yeah,
again and again until he slows down. That's not your concern. Your concern is not to get him injured, but upstairs, that guy with the money is saying, keep giving it to him, keep giving it to him. You know what I mean? So it's a win-win for the Raiders, and it's kind of a no-win for Jacobs at this point. It's long overdue for him to sign that tag.
yeah, yeah,
And it's not that he's going to get that tag It's not that Jacobs is just going to get that tag right up there. Oh, he's going to get $10 million. He's secure. Nah,
Mm,
you get that tag over 17 games.
yeah,
You're guaranteed that money, but you're getting it every week, every after the game. You get paid. And I found that out through my buddy. He said, nah, they don't get $10 million right off the bat. A lot of people thought that. Even real, you know, 50,000, 60,000 subscriber guys were saying, well, he's going to get the 10 million. So it's in his pocket, his hand, it's guaranteed. There goes down. He gets a game check,
yeah,
which is 500. He's going to get a game check if he signs that tag for like $580,000. So me
yeah.
and Gabe were writing that down. We like, well, we make 45 million bucks. How much you get every check? We were going, damn, dude. Can you imagine seeing that in your bank account every week, man? 12 million, 11 million. But then you're the best running back in the NFL, you get 580,000. I wouldn't be mad at that. But shit, I'd be happy to get 580,000 a week.
Yeah, but we on a different tax bracket.
Yeah.
I say I've been saying it a lot internally, but I've also said that a lot of people that are talking about Josh Jacobs, we in Josh Jacobs' pocket, but a lot of us that are really loud about Josh Jacobs' pocket is making minimum wage. So
Well, he's making us.
we
He's
look at
making us
money a
be in
different
his
way.
pocket. He's making us be in his pocket. You know what I mean? And I don't hear him bitching about it. But he's a troll too, bro. He's like
Um,
he's like a dude in your chat. You know what I mean? Just, well, why shouldn't he get paid? Why shouldn't he do that? You know what I mean? He's like one of those. You bring up his comment, and he might be on there right now. He might just be faking that he's Raider Gabe. You know what I mean? You never know. I just hope that he does sign, and I think it'll benefit this team drastically. As far as me, and everybody's probably thinking it. Yeah, I haven't heard one person say get rid of the dude. So you know, and he doesn't have to prove anything to me. He done that already. But to deserve that pay, the guys, the guys that he's comparing himself into, they do more. Derrick Henry has three rushing league
mm,
titles. Delvin Cook, he almost rushed over 2,000 yards. And he had several. He's been in the league longer. And McCaffrey, he's a catching the ball out the backfield ace. All these guys could do something that Jacobs can't. They catch the ball out of backfield and make things happen. And that's the one thing that Josh doesn't have in his arsenal. Very well is catching the ball. So there could be a stipulation in his contract saying, "Hey, the more yards you get receiving, because that's football now. That's
incentives.
now football. Yeah, that's football now. You got to learn how to catch the ball. You got to block. You got to be able to block at the line of scrimmage when asked to, and then you got to be able to catch the ball as a receiver.
Yeah, they they the running back, what I'm saying, has changed, what I'm saying, over the years, and that is definitely they're asking for the running back to run, pass, not pass, but run, block, what I'm saying, and catch out the backfield, definitely. Gabe, you guys were talking about Renfro. I saw that. I've been kind of letting some of that stuff go, because, to be honest with you, a lot of these guys that especially with us, this regime here, they don't release much. You know what I'm saying? Like they haven't even released fully. You know what I'm saying? Darian Butler. You know what I'm saying? They said Darian Butler is not, he's out, but they didn't say to what extent or anything like that. You know what I'm saying, what it was or whatever the situation is. They just said he's out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just waiting until, I'm saying, especially Renfro, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for Renfro to be here week 1. That's my expectation is for all these players. You know what I'm saying? It could be Tyree Wilson, it could be, you know what I'm saying, Chandler Jones, you know what I'm saying, whoever else, Blues Clues, whoever it is, I expect for them to be here week 1. Shout out to 2029, you know what I'm saying, that are watching. Go ahead and click the like button. Please, if you guys have not, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell because I do go live at random. And again, my partner in crime tonight, you know what I'm saying, is Gravy, and he has a channel himself called Raiders Outsiders, and definitely check him out, subscribe, and hey, why not? It's free. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and quit playing with yourself and subscribe.
Well said, Twua. Quit playing with yourself. Now
Yeah.
Butler has an ACL. That's what Lowe said. So he's pretty much out. I think
Yeah.
they put him on IR. They put him on IR. So right now he's probably not gonna return.
Yeah. The Pyro, blessings to you, man. Hey,
So,
the way he got blown back on that, I swear, dog. The way he got blown back on that kick return, yeah, it was he got folded. I'll just say it like that. Um, and again, I pray that he has a speedy recovery. Um, you know what I'm saying? Because I was looking for um Butler to actually make this roster. Um, and now who do you got? And I'll ask you this before I tell. People probably heard it, but I'll say it on my channel too. Um, but who do you think is going to be the guy that's going to step up um, for Butler on the roster?
as far as linebackers concerned,
Yeah.
well, I've had a real deep conversation with Gabe. Gabe was a linebacker, and
Mm,
that's not my specialty. But I know the ins and outs of how they're played, and I've watched them. Um, uh, I'm not real. I'm not real excited about that room. I think
mm,
there's a solution to that. Of somebody that gets dropped on another team, we're gonna bring them in, and um, we'll see. I'm excited about it. I was at first, but Lowe and Gabe kind of brought some things to my attention, and Gabe likes Bernie, or what his name is, and I agree with him on that. And name that had the 12 tackles, that was impressive. Um,
mm,
I can see him being. I think it's gonna be like a little rotation amongst guys there. I think there might be some one maybe. Well, Darian Butler's gone, so they I guess they signed a guy to replace that spot. I never heard of him before, but I think they got to keep all the linebackers they could get right now. As far as playing day one are those three guys. It's Spillane, Diablo, and Masterson.
mm.
Um, I'm not real. I'm not real high on Masterson, but I'll tell you what. I'm comfortable with Spillane. You know, I'm comfortable with him taking that middle because he's a hitter and he ain't no joke doing that. But concern isn't, you get a lot of people that you got to cover Kelsey and you got to be able to cover. What I mean by that is just covering an area. You know, Diablo could cover an area. Masterson just seems a little out of control for me. He's he hasn't got rid of that safety. Well, he wasn't a. I don't know if he was a safety, but he plays like one. You know,
Yeah.
and then we got to see if the safety got out of Diablo because that was his problem last year. Is that when you're a safety, you get everything's in front of you, and you can run, you can go get that. He would
Mm,
wait and then tackle. Like you got to get that mentality. It's tough to get that if you've been playing safety for your whole life,
yeah.
and then get in 1 year you got to be a linebacker. It's different. Your first step is forward.
Yeah.
And that's what he has to get that adjustment going. And it just seems like Masterson's all over the place. Well, he takes bad angles. I don't want to say like a Abrams way, but it's a and Abrams was a safety. He just was out of control. But Masterson has some control as far as his where he needs to be. It's just that he hesitates to get the tackle, and he to roam around a little bit, not take on blocks and things like that. I know linebackers don't like being blocked, but you got to initiate that hit. You got to go get them. Even though it's a big tackle or a guard, you got to go get that tackle. The reason why he's pulling is to get you, so you don't let him get you. If you try to wiggle around him or try to go to the side and do something to be out, you're doing the running back a favor.
Yeah.
You're getting out the play. You're out of position. That's that's what I should say. Masterson is out of position a lot. So you could stay home and get in there, at the line of scrimmage or a little or after. That's great. Or minimal games.
Yeah. For me, I have these are my linebackers in order. I have Spillane, I have Diablo, I have Masterson, I have behind him, um, behind Masterson, I have uh Curtis Bolton,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that, I have Drake Thomas. And
Yeah.
I think, I think Curtis Bolton will actually, and Gabe put it up. I think Curtis Bolton is going to take more of a prominent role with us at linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I still think Drake Thomas can. What I saw from him in preseason, I thought he did. What the little bit I saw from him, he looked like he somewhat knows what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And of course, he's kind of like the rook in that room. You know what I'm saying? The rookie in that room. So obviously there's a lot for him to learn. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, it's going to come down to Drake Thomas and Curtis Bolton. You know what I'm saying, to close out our linebacking room. I don't know how long. I don't know how many linebackers they're actually going to keep. Um, but that's, if I had to put them in order, it would be, again Spillane, Diablo, Masterson, and then Curtis Bolton, and then Drake Thomas would be closing that out.
So you have the Barney kid
Oh, I'm
getting.
sorry. Bernie. So I totally forgot about Bernie. Bernie is in there. Um, I would have
I
to.
plan on them have. I'm planning on them keeping six. So
So that there goes the six, even by default.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I had to rank where I would put Bernie, I would put him. Um, I would cut. I want to put him ahead of Masterson, but I want to put him either right ahead of Masterson or right behind Masterson. When in linebacker kind of hierarchy, but
A
that's
lot
just
of
my
people, a lot of people are astonishingly to me are saying no matter what I think about Masterson, as they have him getting cut. A lot of people,
yeah
and
yeah
it's not even a surprise cut to people. It's that I just think Masterson get cut, and Masterson kind of got his job by default. so it's it's like the guy that earns it. You just can't be Masterson and play like shit. One of these young dudes are gonna pull you out,
yeah.
and I think it'll be Drake that does it.
See, but you like even with Drake Thomas, like even if like say if Masterson does take over Drake Thomas does take over for Masterson. Masterson seems like one of those guys that's like, I don't care if I play special teams and that's all I do. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he has that. You know what I'm saying? That issue, and especially with him being an undrafted free agent, it's like there's there's certain values. You know what I'm saying? And Big Tone talked about it. He said that he sees Masterson's out. You know what I'm saying? But like, or he's on the bubble. But yeah, there's a certain value between, and I said it in my video about the undrafted free agents that possibly could make the roster. There's a value in, you know what I'm saying, a UDFA versus someone who was drafted. You know what I'm saying? There's a
Yes.
value there, and they usually if both of those players, you know what I'm saying, if both of those players were the same, you know what I'm saying, in skill, they would lean towards the one they drafted. You know what I'm saying? Because there's more value
Well,
in
in your
drafted
sake,
than
on the
undrafted.
vision you like is that they're cheaper too.
And again, that rolls with my cheap. I mean, they're both cheap labor to be honest with you, but yeah, even more with the draft pick. But it it also is because of, look, if I'm the GM and I drafted Gravy in the 7th round, guess what? I want Gravy to pan out. So if there's another guy that's similar to Gravy, that's an undrafted free agent, I'm not getting rid of Gravy. I'm getting rid of the undrafted because, you know what I'm saying, when my boss looks at how well I drafted, he's going to look at, oh, you got rid of you know what I'm saying, you got rid of Gravy in the 7th round. So obviously he wasn't good. Even though that may not necessarily be the case, you know what I'm saying? But the GM always wants to be right in the sight of his bosses. So yeah, he's gonna hold
No, it's
on
an
to
important
his.
position. It's an important position, and I think I'll be better than a 7th round pick from that note, Twine.
No,
You give me
I
credit.
know you'll be way better than a 7th round
I
pick.
think I think like fifth round, maybe.
But
Something
I'm
like
just saying it could be any of those picks. But wherever you land, if you're drafted
Mm,
by that GM is gonna try to keep you along because
mm.
he wants to show everybody in the world that he hits on his picks. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it, and that's why it makes our organization even look worse. You know what I'm saying? For the years past, on how many of our draft picks walked out the door. You know what I'm saying? Just walked out the door. Not
Mhm.
because they played their contract out. It was just they didn't stick around because of other players coming in and all of that. The the Obi Melifonwus, and I always keep saying Obi Melifonwu, but the Obi
The tight
Melifonwus and
end,
Salom
the tight end,
Luanis and
the tight end, lockdown tight end cover guy.
yeah,
First play he had a tight end on him, burn, toast.
Bert.
Get rid of this guy. But I agree with you that that rule. But also, what's more important, on a different note, is the defensive line. The defensive it makes the linebacker's job. The defensive pressure that we put will make these linebackers look so damn good that we'll be talking wild about these linebackers. If Diablo had a fucking monster season, this and that, Spillane's the man, and this and that. As soon as we lose two or three of those good defensive tackles we have, then we're gonna have to see what really Spillane and Diablo's about. It makes their job way, way easier. Put it to note that we Leatherwood, right? And I've said this a couple of times on lives. I mean, Littleton. We got Littleton,
Mm.
right? The benefit of Littleton making so much money was because of Aaron Donald. All those guys. One man made all those guys get rich on other teams, and they didn't amount to shit. Littleton didn't do nothing for us. We're still paying the dude. Well, I guess not anymore, but what did he do for us? And he hoodwinked us, man. That basically he lived off Aaron Donald's pressure to make him a good linebacker, and that's the effect. That's the the effect that I say on shows that to be a linebacker, it makes the linebacker's job way easier because they can focus on stopping the runner, and all that they like to do. They don't like covering. They don't like covering tight ends. You know, they like hitting somebody.
Mm.
That's what every linebacker loves to do. So with that pressure, you don't have to mess with it. You can focus just on getting that ball carrier. And that's been football for 100 years, ever since they invented it. It makes the whole defense easy. Secondary easy. It makes it. Yeah, Fredo's right too. The opposite happens to the running back. Straight.
Yeah, I, I think our linebacker room, like you said, if they keep six, I don't think we got any more linebackers out after. Do we have any more
Six is the
linebackers?
most. Yeah, six is the most, or you're taking from somebody else. So we're gonna have our guys that we're gonna cut, but
Yeah, I think
there's
they're still gonna move. You know what I'm saying? There's still some stealing from some other teams and stuff when they make their cuts. Um, but yeah, that is definitely a point of emphasis. Um, you know, for linebackers, especially with Darian Butler going not being
yeah,
available.
he was a part of it. He could stop the run very well. Yeah, and hope he gets better and comes back. The same guy he was turning into. But
Yeah,
he's only been in the league a little bit. I just hope that he would get get that knee better, rehab, and get going, man. Because you need that knee with be a linebacker. You need that thrust.
yeah, yeah. Especially at the linebacker position, that is, you know, yeah. I just hate
But
to
that I
see.
think that's the most unstable, unsolidified room that we have. It's the one that everybody's kind of wondering about. And it's easy to say, why don't we just draft a linebacker in the first, second round? You know, it's easy to say, but you always have needs. In the
Yeah.
beginning, Twan, I was saying we're good at linebacker. We're good with Masterson, Diablo, and Spillane there.
Mm.
But it took It took a couple of lives for me to start questioning it, saying, you know what, I'm gonna watch this guy. Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah. You start dissecting it, and the guy's he doesn't like me hitting pulls. This guy doesn't like. He likes grabbing from the back instead of going heads up. You start seeing these nicks and knacks. He waits for the pursuit to get there before he makes his initial hit. Doesn't go through the gap. You know, those are things that you have to do when you're a linebacker, outside or inside.
Yeah. I was gonna. Hey, Gravy. Let me ask you this.
Mhm.
What were your thoughts? What were your thoughts on Hoyer's pick?
I thought it was a misread, really. Um, I thought the communication between him and the receiver, the linebacker made a good play,
Mm,
but it looked like that ball was thrown so soft, I want to say, or so, uh, weenie armed that the linebacker just a little bit higher. His intention was to probably throw it a little bit higher,
mm.
and he would have hit that. He would have hit that guy, but that linebacker made a good play. He probably was looking right at that receiver. If that linebacker just got it like that, and
I
I'm not comfortable with Hoyer back there at all.
mm,
Things are being said about him. I thought when he went in there that with his play, made the Raiders uninspirable, not Raider like as you know what we really want. And then when the
mm,
other guy went in, you see him clapping in the huddle. You see him, let's go, let's go. And I'm not saying that Hoyer's doesn't have to want to, but it just seemed like mode of the offense and the defense, he didn't dictate that. The
yeah.
quarterback is the main dictator of what your offense is going to do. And then when you do something like that, it brings the sideline down, it brings the fans down, it brings the quarterback down. Like confidence is a major key in football. And it probably made Hoyer, you don't like throwing pick sixes. Picks ain't all right, but it matters where it's at. But if we do a pick six, and I just thought it was a misread, poor thrown ball that he could have avoided it.
When I looked at it, when I saw, because I had to go back. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You know us, because and I'm gonna say us because I know you did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? We look at the game. You know what I'm saying? 2-3 times at least. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? And when I went back and looked at the game, the play was there.
Mhm.
The I want to say I I can't call if it was a tight end or a wide receiver at this point, but
I
the
was just
the
thinking. I think it was a tight end.
the tight
I think
okay,
it
so the
was.
tight end was there, but what he had to do physically was it was one of those plays where he had to throw it over the linebacker, but not too, you know what I'm saying? It's like one of those ones you gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
put some touch on it, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta throw it over the linebacker, but not completely over the linebacker to where the safety can get it. You know what I'm saying? So if he was able to do that, you know what I'm saying? If he would have put the touch on that ball, it would have been a nice play. But
Yeah.
he threw it right, you know what I'm saying?
I don't.
Right to where that linebacker was, you know what I'm saying? And that's where it's like, okay, now looking at it, it's like, okay, I can say you made the right read. You know what I'm saying? And you were going to the right place, but you physically couldn't get the job done. And
Mhm.
that's what I'm worried about with Hoyer. It's not that I don't think he knows where he needs to go with the ball. It's not that, you know what I'm saying, like even with that play, I don't think he was fooled, you know what I'm saying, like whatever coverage it was. Like cuz I think he was going to the right place. But his delivery to the right place
Yeah.
was wrong. And and
Mhm.
and that's what we're going to get from Hoyer. And you know, I say jokingly, but I'm serious. Like you hey, if we trotting Hoyer out there, we might as well just start doing mock drafts and looking for another quarterback because
If
I'm not
you if you
and I'm not discrediting discrediting you know what I'm saying, Aiden O'Connell, but we need to get more of something else in here
yeah, I don't think that's gonna
if that's the
happen,
case.
Twin. I don't think that's not gonna happen. Just a command in the huddle. You could know what you know about this offense, but the way the production that O'Connell is doing compared to what Hoyer did,
Mm,
um, it's it's totally different dudes. And but going back to that play, if if you look far to the left as he's throwing the ball, there's a receiver
that's the
there
other
that did
point.
a 15. There's a receiver there that did a 15 yard, shook the corner off, and he did a hitch.
Mm,
It would have been a first down. So why was he throwing into semi coverage? Because that safety was coming to get that tight end. But if he just would have threw that hitch, he would have had a first down. And you don't know what that receiver would have done. You know, he's a better athlete, but it's it would have been a first down. You wouldn't have had a pick six. But I
mm,
don't know what the formation was, but you really can't see that. How many receivers were on that side? But there was a
mm.
time there was one receiver. I didn't see the other receiver on the other side. It could have been trips or a guy was in motion or motioned out. I don't know,
Because that
but
tight end was
he
actually
was going
coming.
to.
He was coming over.
Yeah, he did a cross.
Yeah.
He deep cross, and then that's the guy he wanted to hit. But if he just looked a little bit, 10 o'clock, he would have seen the hits right there wide open, and then the guy was you seen the guy walking back with his head down. I think it was Wilkerson or something like that, and he started chasing the guy that was going the other way. But it happens. I don't want it to, but it was
No.
it was bad. It was, but just like I said, the command in the hood, it just felt like the game went blah. When Hoyer trotted out there, it was nothing.
I've
The,
been saying
the,
that, Loon.
it was just
I I've been saying that,
dead.
Loon.
It was dead. The huddle was dead. You could tell the way the receivers run to their spots. The offensive line get there fast, and they don't even have to be tempo. They're excited about the play. Decided, they're excited about what's going to happen, and maybe that's the play that Hoyer knew was going to be open, and it was open. It's just that linebacker just did it was the middle linebacker, and the linebacker just did his job. And I don't know how he cannot see that big blue yellow shit around that guy that he's throwing it right to him. You know what I mean? Because there's two different colors, bro. It's not hard to. He just went back. The linebacker did what he was supposed to do. I'm gonna solve the middle. Anybody comes across me, I'm gonna lay the wood on them. Everything back the safety's got. So he just got blessed with that pick. Made himself shot. Probably made the team because
Right? Yeah, they definitely um he definitely blessed him
But this is another thing that I think that people keep saying that I disagree with. That Hoyer's the coach. Hoyer can knows the scheme. He probably knows the plays, the adjustments, and things like that. But physically, going out and playing quarterback, Hoyer doesn't have it anymore. You know what I mean? And I
mm,
don't think the McDaniels needs the himself, the designer of all this. O'Connell should be talking to Garoppolo. He doesn't need Hoyer as a middleman anymore because he's already playing better than Hoyer. So Garoppolo has plenty of other things to worry about, but he could pick his brain in practice. He could pick his brain, whatever what case may be. But I think Hoyer is a non-factor because he's not doing it on the field. If he's such a good coach, then why is he playing like that on the field? You don't see O'Connell doing it. You don't see, O'Connell will check stuff off. So
yeah.
to be there as a coach, then you got to coach because yeah, that would be the first guy to get cut. I wouldn't be surprised if they do let Hoyer go. It would be nothing on my feet. But thank you, so thanks, man, for blossoming this young guy that's going to take your job. And if Hoyer is number two, I'm going to be very pissed off. I have a whole show on that, dude. 3 hours just capping on this dude. I
He
will.
getting the business.
I'll make up names for him. I'll do all kinds of bullshit, bro. I'll do just by myself. I don't need nobody else. But anybody else wants to jump in and think of a joke about this guy, whatever.
Hey, I ain't gonna
Because
lie. When
how you
Hoyer,
gonna call a guy a coach on the field? He knows his offense. He's helping O'Connell out. He's holding a clipboard, this and that, whatever, whatever. And he's playing like that on every team he's played on. He does the same shit. So if you're in the chat, tell me a reason why to keep him around. We don't need another coach. We got Edgar Bennett, one of the best wide receiver. I mean, one of the best wide receiver coaches out there. We got one of Lombardi's a good, one of the brightest quarterback coaches we know. McDaniels is a genius at this offense. What's Hoyer gonna do when you got already a rookie outplaying you? This is taking up the spot. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of garbage this game. I don't want to see Hoyer. I already know what he can do. Just look at Cleveland. Look at where else did he play at? Shit, he didn't even shine in New England. He was a backup in New England, wasn't he?
yeah, he's pretty much been a backup his whole career.
He got a jersey up every damn NFL team.
Pretty much. It it
Yeah, you
it
can't keep a guy.
it just amazes me how, you know what I'm saying, um how he always seems to get a job. Like, aren't we realizing that he's not the guy? Like, and why does he again continue to keep a job?
Because he knows the offense. He I don't want to say he knows the offense really because he would be successful in it if he knew it. But if he knows the scheme, probably knows where people need to be, you know. But Hoyer can't go up to you and say Hoyer can't go up to O'Connell and say, "Hey, I would have did it this way. And then if I was O'Connell, I would have said, yeah, just throw a pick six like you just did. You know what I mean? I would. That's what I would say. I would have threw Hoyer going up to O'Connell. Said I would have threw that hitch to the guy that was wide open on the other side. But you want to throw it to a linebacker that's standing in the middle, or and a guy that's going to get minimal yards when a guy could just shake a corner, miss a tackle, and then be gone. It's not a benefit. It doesn't benefit the Raiders in any way. And the only thing is that helps Hoyer out. If you keep three quarterbacks, one of them don't count or whatever, and he could be that one guy that don't count because that's exactly what he is in that offense. He don't count.
Yeah, yeah. I hope I really do hope that is how he gets kept around because I do not see him. I really would not care for him, but I also I've been saying this too. We need to, crack our what I'm saying, get ready for our mental health because if something happens to Jimmy G, don't be surprised that McDaniels don't trot out Hoyer before he trots out O'Connell. And I don't want it to
Oh,
happen.
this game, I wouldn't be surprised about that. I wouldn't be surprised about that.
I'm talking about when the bullets start flying.
Real game time, nah. If he wants to
I
lose,
I think it might happen when the bullets start flying.
you see, you're right, Loon. You're right, Loon. Loon's right in a sense. If you highlight Loon's, is that what I'm saying is that he should be getting that Garoppolo and not messing with Hoyer because Hoyer has a tendency of doing bad things. And if he goes with Garoppolo that's successful as a starter, then I mean, guaranteed or not, if Garoppolo's bad in practice and bad in games, O'Connell's going to play. O'Connell's going to get the nod. You trot Hoyer out there, what man, it's going to be all bad. We know that. You know that. Maybe he might shut me up, dude. Yeah, but you know, he can have a good game, but we got to win the game. You see what I'm saying, Twuan? You got to
Yeah,
win those games. Oh, just like the last year when we played against the 49ers and we played against the Chiefs, right? He had a good game, but we still lost. Both those games we lost. That means that he got a contract in Denver, but that doesn't mean nothing. He's still the backup. Probably just got more money. It's just I think he should be sitting there like there was nobody in between Favre and Rodgers, right? There was no one in between. There was no dude in between him showing him what's up.
yeah.
There is to get with us to get different opinion. You want to know about game time? Then talk to the guy that's playing in the game. Don't talk to the guy that is unsuccessful losing percentage in the NFL. Or there's probably better quarterbacks out there that's played in the New England system that could probably teach them better. Or get with Hardigree or McDaniels and what do I do here? What's this?
All I got love for you, dog. But if you can help me, I really want to know what does Mick Lombardi do?
He's an offensive coordinator. Hardigree is
I'm just saying, like
Hardigree.
it's one of those things. Is like, what does he really do? I know what his job title is, but is he actually doing that? That's the question.
Yeah, he's he's exclusive in the game. He doesn't call plays, but as far as the preparation, game planning, and stuff like that, he's very involved in that. Or you wouldn't have the pay scale as an OC. It ain't a friend. Oh, you're my buddy. You came with me. I'm gonna give you an OC job. No, he's a bright young man. If you keep up with coordinators, he's a bright young man, young mind that's developing in his offense, and he brings a different type uh, stuff into it. He brings more of the RPO type stuff, but we're just a ground. Our ground game is power, but
Mm.
he do run some zone scheme, but I'm sure he's a with that. What plays that work? What plays that work? He game plans with McDaniels. They're probably with each other most of the time. And
Yeah.
Hardegree just works with quarterbacks. Then I'm sure Lombardi's there too. And then McDaniels just roams the field and checks out and everything. But his specialty is he's probably in the offensive stuff more and just leaves everything else to Graham. So they have a Ryan son over there, so he probably took that over. You could be called in as advisor, but running the damn defense. You know, I see mix and match of that Buddy Ryan defense in the way the Raiders play right now.
Yeah.
So he has an influence, but the Ryan son has a lot of I think it's Rob. He has a lot of game planning to with Graham on that.
Yeah, he does. I actually, that was probably one of my favorite mic'd ups is actually um was actually Rob Ryan's.
Mhm. You could see him probably taking over that job if Graham isn't, you know, if it doesn't work out successfully, they probably have different play calling types. And Graham's the overseer of that defense because he's the DC, but he
Yeah.
it's his call there, and then you see him making the call. But I'm sure he's talking to Ryan, brother, and he's out there saying, "Hey, what you think about this? What you think about that?" I've been I've had headsets on and listening to these guys. They're motherfucking each other most of the time. They'll tell you the truth. That was the dumbest fucking play call I've ever seen, coach. You know what I mean? They say
Mm.
shit like that. You see them smiling and they'll be laughing at each other and doing whatever. But there's 50 things going on at the same time. I can imagine what McDaniel's headset is going off on because he got to do defense, special teams, and the offense. And he has the little button to talk to the quarterback. The DC only talks to has a button just to talk upstairs. The OC talks up the upstairs, and then he probably has one with he talks to McDaniels too. But Lombardi's on the field.
Yeah,
Big difference. Big difference when you're on the field and you're upstairs, bro. Big difference. You see more upstairs than you do on the field.
yeah, that's
Might
what
sound might sound might sound crazy, but you do.
they no they say that because I was listening to like a interview and they were saying that sometimes the coaches like during preseason they'll test, you know what I'm saying, like
Mhm.
they'll run their calls on the field and then they'll
Mhm.
also run their calls, you know what I'm saying, like one game they might run their calls in the booth just to
Yeah.
kind of see how they want to, you know what I'm saying, what works well for them.
Birds out over here.
Or they doing their job.
They always got the light on over here. Something going on in my block all the time. or the area. But some coaches like that feeling. You know what I mean? Being out there doing that too. I always dug that. But once I was in the booth, I was like, man, I could see everything, everything. They have monitors there, and they got the field. Most of the time, you have yourself just looking at the monitor, and then you say, well, this guy, the flat, you can sit there and say, hey, Josh, the flat's there every time, coach. The flat's right there, flat's right there, and then he doesn't do it. Then they start, God damn it, told you it was open. Why'd you do this? Look at it, it's open right now. You dumb motherfucker. They talk to each other like that, but that's just a coach's bond that they don't
Yeah,
speak on.
yeah.
It's real funny because in high school you hear everything. They don't have those extra buttons like the NFL does. Just two buttons, offense and defense, and everything. You put it on everything. But it's
Yeah,
it's cool, man. It's good. It's cool to be there.
I've heard some high school games go crazy, man, with the cussing and everything.
Oh yeah,
For real.
yeah. You could think. Oh, this coach is so nice, isn't that? Oh yeah, listen to you want to hear? Put my headphones on for a game and see how your husband really talks. It's harassment. That's job harassment right there, bro.
Hey, that's
We'll
just
go to
that's
the
just how
union
it's
with this.
been.
You sound like a little kid. I'm gonna go to principal with that one.
Yeah, try that and see how that works for you.
Yeah.
Try
At
that.
one time I was coaching at a school and I was on there. I had my input. What do you think? What do you think, coach? I go, this and this and this and this. That's there. I see it. And then it didn't work. He goes, man, that's how all you Latinos are, man. You always go, oh, this and that. I go,
Hmm.
hey, that's just one play. And then he came up to me. He said, I apologize. I just needed to laugh because it wasn't going very well on a team that we should have been molloping. We won, but we only won by 14 points, but we should have won by 30.
Uh,
That's how all you Latinos are, man. You take risks too much. He was a real conservative guy.
oh, got it. Yeah,
It,
there's different coaching. That too, right?
it matters. It does matter. And I think our coaches are doing a good job. Bro.
Yeah. Hey man, we are close to 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? I think we at 3:45 at this point. If you guys have not subscribed to Raiders Outsiders, you know what I'm saying? You fooling around. You know what I'm saying? Quit playing with yourself. Go ahead and subscribe to my man Gravy at Raiders Outsiders. And then again, quit playing with yourself. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to Raider Twuan. You know what I'm saying? Click the notification bell. And please, if you guys can, you know what I'm saying, click the like button. Actually, Gravy, we gonna go ahead and get on close to the close today. I wasn't even planning to go for 3 hours, but I always give them a good word. You know what I'm saying? Gravy, a good word can be a word, a phrase, you know what I'm saying, a positive thought, you know what I'm saying, and whatever that is. So at this time, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and give them uh a good word if you got one. You got one?
Yeah, I've always got a bunch of them. My word for Tuancho is something that I heard from a railroad coach that I respected when I was younger. He always used to tell us, um, always, get better in any way every day. That's what he used to tell us. So I hope that means something to you, and I'll leave you with that, Twan.
Yeah, man. Hey, I also want to you know what I'm saying, give you guys a good word is you know, take in the light, take in the light. You know what I'm saying? Whatever um may be dark in your life, you know what I'm saying, take in the lights that are in your way, the blessings, the bright spots of your life. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes our life has made things look dark all around us, but in um even in the midst of darkness, um there's still um there's still a light. You guys, I thank you guys um for coming in. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for being active in this chat. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Gravy, please tell them, you know what I'm saying, how to get a hold of you, all the information, all the great stuff that you got for Raider Nation.
Yes, sir, Twuan. Thank you for the opportunity. It's always a pleasure being with you on the show, talking Raiders, bro. Sorry, I ran it for 2 hours of everything, but
It's
I
all good,
appreciate
man.
it. I'll talk ball all night, dude. You know that.
Hey, hey,
I started. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
we can keep going, dog. You
Yeah,
know us, man. But yeah,
we didn't even
go
talk
ahead.
about the secondary yet. We didn't even talk about the secondary or
Right?
anything yet. But yes, I started a new show, uh, legit first show. I'm planning on having one tomorrow. I don't know what time yet, but it'll be up there for all my folks. Um, it's called Raider Outsiders. You can hit it at Raiders Outsiders and subscribe. Um, we speak good game on the way the Raiders are going now and what we see in the future. We'll have plenty of discussions we would agree about, disagree about, and I hope you all can make it and support me, my mission to put a good vibe, you know, out for this nation because the negativity needs to slow down. It's always going to be there, but I'm a positive guy, and I don't want my team successful because I've seen so many unsuccessful seasons already. So just to hit that light. And also, I do have a business, a Great Week Top Shelf Oils. You can reach me at that if you want to look nice, look fly for all everybody at the stadium. Get your line on with my beer products. Um, Obviously, Twan has one. He reached out to me and he said he dug it. So on that note, just hit me up on IG and I take care of the nation. I don't want you guys looking all soft, sloppy, and nasty. I want to be the best looking beards in NFL. So just let me know and I'll hook you up.
Yeah, you
Thank you,
guys
Twan.
definitely get all that information. You know what I'm saying? He got the YouTube channel. He got Gravy's Top Shelf Oils. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get with all of that. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely you'll be seeing him. You know what I'm saying? With my other good friend Dirty Low. You know what I'm saying? And you got some solid guys over there. So definitely check them out. You guys know what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? I got Raider Twuan live. This was What's Good Fam. I'll also be partnering with Eric from SC Experience, and we'll be doing collaboration lives together. I got some videos out there already for your viewing and liking pleasure. So go ahead and check out all my videos. You know what I'm saying? And please let me know what you guys think about it, you know what I'm saying, in the comment section. I again thank you guys for all that you guys do. Continue to support. If you guys have not subscribed to us, please subscribe to us as we're trying to grow and share our perspective of what the Raider Nation is about. If you please be an organ donor. You know what I'm saying? Sign up to be an organ donor. You can do it by going to the link of my description, and I have all the information there to where you can get the information of being an organ donor. Sign up to be an organ donor. If you need prayer for you or your family members, hit me up on IG again at Twuan, TWUAN, TWUAN. You know what I'm saying? And definitely just let me know what's going on, and I'll keep you lifted in prayer, because I do have love and care for everybody in the nation. As I always tell you guys, remember, you are a blessing. Be a blessing to someone else. And let's go.
Vamos Raiders!
Go Raiders.
Let's go, Raiders.
What up, hello?
Most of all, winning football games. Today is a day when our heroes of the past become our legends of the future. Time never really stops for the great ones. We wrap them in a cloak of immortality and remember what great people they were. We recognize you, Virginia Mac, his sons Mike and Joey. They were a football family, so that John can pursue his dreams.
To Raider Twuan and a tribute to John Madden and Al Jacobs, who declared that the fire that burns the brightest in the Raiders organization is the will to win. Ladies and gentlemen, the Madden family.